interesting to see how he performs.
And now Indiana's starting group. At small and power forward, it'll be Mathurin and Siakam. Shepherd is out there with Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Jackson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Two teams tonight trying to elevate to mid-season form, Greg, and really start to push to control each game.
And that gets more and more difficult as fatigue mounts. The travel miles climb and games just tighten up. But you know, B.A., you just got to push through all of that and keep playing your best ball.
And Indiana misses again.
Still nothing after 4 shot attempts. They're desperate to see something fall through the net.
A nice shot by MP.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to talk it over with his guys. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
In that game, they were the enforcers, and they were also efficient. That's the kind of balance coaches look for.
It really showed you how together they were as a team, playing for one another.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Mathurin. To end the drought. Rebounded by the Pistons, and it's now 11 consecutive wins for them. They are clicking right now.
Yeah, it's been impressive, and the question now is who can figure out a way to stop these guys? Each time out, they're finding ways to win in every imaginable way.
Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim. Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Pacers trail by 17. Pass to Siakam. And here's Halliburton. Here's Shepherd. Shot clock at 6. The Pistons clear it. Duren's got his 5th rebound in this one. From deep, MP. And Detroit another 3.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. So Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. Toppin, he's checked in for Jackson. Walker comes in for Pascal Siakam. Nembhard, he's checked in for Mathurin. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Shepherd. .143 left in the first. Toppin outside. Back to Halliburton. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
He can move around with the big boys. Halliburton not giving in on the interior.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, J.P. Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. He talked about the importance of trying to control the pace of the game. Coach said, quote, Halliburton and his offense like to play fast and push the ball up the floor. So we want to limit their fast break chances and make them play in the half court. We'll see if they're able to slow them down. EA, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. MP way out, connects again from distance.
And with every triple, he comes closer to the single season crown.
And you know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance.
But Curry's high mark of 402 is so far ahead of the rest of the field. But he's got a good chance to come close to it the way he's been shooting.
McConnell finds Walker. Here's Halliburton. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Oh, merciless jam by Halliburton. He's got some serious hops.
A deep 3 from MP. Indiana with a rebound.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Pulls up on the wing, and he buries that one. Back rim and in. MP's got 28 points for the game.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. We welcome you. Changes here for Detroit. Thompson, he's checked in for Robinson. MP comes in for Ivy. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Sasser. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Cunningham is out there with MP. And it's Stewart in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now. For Indiana, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Siakam. The Pacers again can't hit.
He had the right idea going to the fadeaway, but the defender stayed right on him.
You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
Here's MP, and the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. 35 points for MP.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
And here's MP from outside. Siakam pulls down the board. The Pacers have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. So nice passing by Indiana here. Thompson against Walker. Pass to Nembhard. Nifty move. Rebounded by the Pistons. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Soft touch off the glass.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Celtics. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Suns played some superb basketball. He picked up 38 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allie. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
Detroit has got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the three-point line in the second. And the basket by MP.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
The Pacers have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. McConnell passes to Siakam. Down low. Here's Nembhard. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. Nembhard's got 6 points in the quarter. And the Pistons shooting an out-of-this-world 77%. MP looking around. From the wing, and again it's Detroit converting.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Siakam, ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
I like how Siakam uses his body control to adjust to what the defense is doing.
He's shooting free throws number 4 and 5 here.
Showing more aggression here in the second quarter. He's seeking contact and working himself to the line.
Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. Holland comes in for Tobias Harris. So Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. Jackson, he's checked in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Walker. Shepard, he's checked in for Nembhard. And Halliburton is subbed in for McConnell.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line. His production from range has been nothing short of astounding.
Siakam outside. Pass to Jackson. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Detroit, building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be back in a moment.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first...
No doubt these guys can shoot the lights out, but I've got an idea. Let me stand right in front of the rim. Let's see how many they make in a row.
Adding obstacles to the course. I like it. Let us take some time now to talk about the first half. A commanding performance for the Pistons.
I've got to admit, even when these guys are covered, they make the shots.
Yeah, you like to say close out on the shooters, make them earn their points aside. But even if that were tried, I don't think it would play out that way.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Shepard. No points so far. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report. Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. Shepard is out there with Halliburton, and it's Mathurin in at the three.
They've shown the power inside. They're rebounding at...
Whoa! Oh, my goodness!
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible!
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. A nice shot by Halliburton.
At the perimeter, Halliburton has a lot of confidence. He's just about always ready to take that shot.
Last season, the Pistons winning a few playoff games for the first time since 2008-10.
Yeah, that's right. In the preceding 16 seasons, only 3 playoff appearances, and they were swept each time. This is a long time coming for Detroit. A team now that can not only make the postseason, but potentially make some noise.
What a release. Halliburton getting rid of it.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. Let's take a second to check in on the race for Rookie of the Year and see how the rankings are shaping up for this year's class of new NBA talents. You look at MP, right in the thick of this season. He is the guy when it comes to Rookie of the Year. What a year he's having.
And this is the type of player you have to be excited about. There's no question he should be at the top of the Rookie of the Year rankings.
Yes, some guys hit that rookie wall, but he just keeps getting better, and now his team is relying on him.
From deep, MP. Good! That's another bucket! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
The BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Time called here. The Pacers decide to talk it over. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Tyrese Halliburton. Indiana's gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Inside, Turin with a steal. MP outside. Lets it go from the wing. It's rebounded by Indiana.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Pacers are all about winning. And as Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Stewart, he's checked in for Duren. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Robinson, he's checked in for Thompson. And Ivy subbed in for Cade Cunningham. The free throw off for Siakam. And last season, the Pacers started the playoffs with home court advantage for the first time in over a decade, Grant.
Yeah, the 4th seed in the East, BA. And with a blend of youth and experience on the roster, this is a team built to win now and into the future.
And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. And here's Shepard for 3. And it's MP with a rebound. Takes it inside. That one falls. MP's got 58.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
And here's Shepard for 3. He can't get it to go.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire...
Oh, connects again.
A 60-piece. Oh, my goodness. And it's not his first of the year.
Well, he's tied for the 4th most 60-point games during a single season. It's incredible. Back to Halliburton. The 3-ball. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now. MP outside. The 3. Pacers with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. 15 points for Tyrese Halliburton.
And we're seeing a great mindset from Halliburton on offense. He's attacking...
And again for 3.
Well, that did it. He's now even for the record.
And his next triple will earn him the top spot all time for threes in a season.
And he didn't come all this way just to tie the record. I can promise you that. 403 is the goal.
MP outside. Good! Another from 3.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for 2nd for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Siakam against Stewart. 3-pointer, Halliburton. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Siakam's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, his role this half has been to help them space the floor.
And here's MP from outside. Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. And that three pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget. And so it's Detroit cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More 2K action in just a moment. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, it's all about physical. It's all about physical. Make sure we're running back. Touch somebody.
Pleading for his team to be more physical and aggressive.
Yes.
Making a switch here. MP's checked in. And a new group getting ready for Indiana. Jackson, he's checked in for Toppin. Mathurin comes in for Furphy. Shepard, he's checked in for Nembhard. And Tyrese Halliburton subbed in for McConnell. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Some nice passing by Indiana here. And the dunk by Jackson.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
For Detroit, they've gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. They've got MP. Duncan Robinson is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Ivy in at the point. That's the group for Detroit right now. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Siakam against Harris to the paint. And when we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
Pass to Siakam. Lets the three fly. And there's Shepard. That one's good on the assist by Siakam. Siakam's got his 6th assist of the night. For Detroit, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to fall during.
Teakettle, he is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on. He's taken it to another level, though. From deep, MP. And again for 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Pistons.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think.
And another one!
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now 3rd all-time for points in a game. 1 for the ages.
He surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1961 and Kobe Bryant now in his sights. It's not easy to work the ball. All inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
3-pointer. Good. He hits again.
He is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
And that score moves him into 2nd place for most points in a game.
And to think he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100. This is a game we'll be talking about for decades. And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Well, they have finally found something that's working, but it's against a defense that clearly has led up since they have the lead.
Pass to Siakam. Here's Shepard. Fires for 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Outside Mathurin. 3-pointer off the mark. Here's MP. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw is good. So we see the Pistons taking the W here, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Now we send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
80 points. Only 2 people in the history of the league have reached 80 points before tonight, MP. What are you feeling right now?
I feel pretty incredible.
Over to you, B.A.
Thanks, Jennifer. And that about wraps it up. For reporter Allie LaForce and...
Over here, looking at me. Come on. Yes, Miss Harkin.
Oh, thanks.
Better be a good one, Melinda.
Oh, please, Frank. MP.
That was just a big mistake on their part. They called us out and then realized really quickly they didn't have what it takes to back that up. Maybe next time out they'll realize they need to put some respect on our names.
Okay.
MP, may I ask?
Wait a second. No. I have a really MP, right here. I got a great question for you. Right here.
Miss Harkin.
MP. Obviously, a lot of the talk coming into...
Yeah, you know, I tried to show those guys some respect. I've said it publicly, they're one of the best teams in the league. In front of y'all.
MP, right here.
Right here.
Thank you. Whenever NBA fans think...
To Vermont. To all those winters that seem like they never end. I remember shooting in the cold, in the dark.
We're here with MP, getting hydrated, getting ready to take. Get after it, MP.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Jalen Duren.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Greg, in the middle of a season like this, what possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.